Creativity. What is it? Is it some mysterious ability that only artists, writers, or musicians possess? Nah, not really. In truth, creativity is a natural part of your mind that, when awakened and developed, will empower you to do things better, faster, more productively, more profitably, and more enjoyably. Sound too good to be true? Well, consider this. Consider that you have always been creative, but have just forgotten how to use that remarkable innate capability. Think back for a minute. When you were a kid, did anybody have to tell you to be creative? Of course not. All of us ran, played, danced, sang, explored, and learned naturally. And we did it all by wiggling and giggling. So what happened? They put us in school, sat us down in straight lines, told us to think only in straight lines, be quiet, and stop wiggling and giggling. And that's when many of us began to lose our natural creative spirit and to begin doubting our creative ability. You know, I've been thinking about this for a long time, as you can tell from my gray hair. For years, I worked in advertising as a copywriter and creative director, winning my share of awards incidentally, including a couple of Clios. So my experience has convinced me that you can tap into your creative intelligence and make it work for you. But first, you must believe you are creative, and then stop believing some of the lies you've heard. Lies such as, when it comes to creativity, you're either born with it or you're not. You either have it or you don't. The truth is, we all have it. You don't have to have it all to have it. Listen, back in the 80s, I wrote a couple of songs for the great kids show Sesame Street, but I gotta tell you, I ain't no Mozart. Now maybe if I'd practiced the piano a little more like Mom wanted me to, I might have become a better composer, but I didn't. Nevertheless, I was able to use the amount of musical ability I possess to achieve something that was great fun and even lucrative. You don't have to have it all to have it. Human beings have creative ability in varying degrees. And more important than how much ability you have in any field is what you do with it. I'm sure you know people with a lot of so-called natural ability, but they waste it. And you probably know as many with much less ability, but they squeeze every ounce of juice out of what they have and achieve great success. You too have that capability. Creativity lives in your DNA, in your genes. Reclaim it and put it to work for you. Now you may be saying, yeah, great idea, Hank, but how? I can't go into all the detail I cover in my workshops or keynotes, but here is one tremendously useful tool you can begin applying today. Think back. Do you remember how much fun it was to daydream? That is until they told you that it was bad or a waste of time. It was fun because you were exercising the visual side of your brain, the side that helps you to see and create images, to use your creative imagination. Would you believe that I became a college football star at the University of California, granted a long time ago, by using my imagination? That's me catching a pass in the Cal-Stanford big game. And that's me running from danger in the Rose Bowl, obviously before we had colored photographs. I used my imagination to get there by seeing myself in color, making great catches, long runs, and scoring touchdowns over and over again in my mind. Do you know that you can realize your goals by controlling your daydreams, by creatively visualizing what you want? If I can do it, so can you. If you're still not quite sure about your creative ability, do just one simple thing, will you? Take one small first step, a little leap of faith. Begin saying to yourself and others, I am creative. And then see yourself in your mind's eye being creative. Then start applying your creativity to the real-world practical situations you face. If you're a manager or business owner, get someone to help you create a culture conducive to creativity and innovation, and watch your organization flourish. If you're a team leader, hire a trainer to convince your team members that they too are creative, and see skills like collaboration and communication grow. Whatever your line of work, know that the creation of new, fresh, innovative ideas serves as the only solution for meeting the many challenges we face in the future. Learn how to generate those ideas, and your effectiveness, morale, and productivity will soar. Finally, let's start a creativity revolution, okay? Tell your friends, family, and coworkers that we need all the creative firepower we can muster to make everything work better. And again, accept and reclaim your creative heritage. You have nothing to lose and a great deal to gain. Remember, you are creative.